with years of experience in growth and business transformation.
I am interested in, which I have nurtured, helped, invested, whatever you might call, and they're doing well. They're doing well. They're attracting people from outside. They're attracting people from within India, and they're mushrooming.
His expertise spans across various industries.
I think last time we were not so much ready on the infrastructure side, vaccination side. That we have covered as a country.
Newsx India A-List proudly recognizes Vitul Quatra for excellence in business entrepreneurship.
Hello and welcome to this special broadcast. My name is Vineet Malhotra, and today we'll have the pleasure of speaking to a very special person, Vitul Quatra. He's into investment, nurturing people. He's into, in fact, coming up with concepts, and he's helped a multitude of organizations for the past 25 years. He's got a global experience in profit and loss growth and business transformation through processes, people, experience, and technology. Right now, he's based out of Dubai. He's traveled and helped out people in across 20 plus countries. Vitul, appreciate you speaking with us. First up, you are in Dubai right now, and obviously that is some place where you find solace in terms of your work. But give a perspective to our viewers as to what your background has been. And what are you currently involved in?
Thanks, Vineet, for having me over here. Good to speak to you. To give you a perspective, I've been a banker, I've been a telecom guy, and I've been providing experience to large organizations, both at an organization level as well as at a customer level, over the past 25 plus years. And this is professionally. Personally, yes, I was born and brought up in Delhi, in India. I still love my country and Delhi. So right now I'm in Dubai, but yes, it's a saying which we usually have. You can take an Indian out of India, but you can't take India out of an Indian. So that's what happens with me, and if possible, I'll see you soon in Delhi.
Yeah, Vitul, you're deeply invested into startup culture as well. Tell us more about that, and you've invested in some startups as well. There are a lot of people who would be looking at this interview and wondering that what is Vitul's criteria when it comes to selecting a startup that one can invest in. This will also be important for people who are angel investors.
Yeah, on the startup industry as an overall, if I say about India, I think we are moving at a very good pace when it comes to startups. The quality of startups which have come up, leave aside the big ones which have already happened, Flipkart, Zomatos, and the others, OEOs of the world. Everybody knows the success stories. But now the transition has moved on to being specialists in startups. Those are the startups which are gaining momentum. Those are gaining eyes of the investors and bringing in much more moolah for that particular startup, as well as it's helping the economy grow. So example, it could be a culture tech, it could be edutech, it could be pure technology, commercial vehicles. There are huge startups which have happened in commercial startups. There are startups which have come up in the sattvic foods, the vegan foods. So there are different startups which have mushroom, specializing in a particular area, the space has been a vacuum till now, and we've been the first runners. And I hope these startups will do well if they go along the stride and not only from a profit making immediately. Obviously, they are not an NGO; they are into profit making. So I think that those are the startups which I am interested in, which I have nurtured, helped, invested, whatever you might call, and they're doing well. They're attracting people from outside. They're attracting people from within India, and they're mushrooming. Yes.
We will also talk about the fact that COVID-19. How has it worked when it comes to the startup culture throughout the world? There are a number of companies that have prospered owing to COVID-19. because their business was such that the demand for their product or services during a lockdown, during COVID-19, grew exponentially. But on the other hand, you also have certain companies, Vitul, which went totally kaput because of COVID-19. Where do you find this balance right now? Are things coming back to normal for people to be venturing out and starting their own gig?
Yes, the entire COVID scenario has been obviously pretty bad. This is the first time when a pandemic has hit the entire world. There have been obviously similar kind of incidents which have happened earlier, but those were either regional or country-wise. This is the first time when the entire globe was actually shut down. So imagine restarting the entire globe, obviously will take its own time. It's already started. You would have seen obviously the markets going up, the demand going up, the entire trade coming back, production coming back. That's already started. It'll give it around 2-3 months, a quarter more, and you will be up and running. I hear airlines have started recruiting pilots. The demand has already gone up, which was the hardest hit industry, both the airlines as well as the hospitality. Hospitality from hotels and from other perspectives within that particular hospitality industry, those industries have found their own another segment which was not there earlier, which is the domestic or the staycation or the so those are the like if you are in Delhi, you would never go and stay in a hotel in Delhi. Over the COVID, people have actually started staying in their own city hotels over the weekend, which were safe, which were just out of their mundane house, go out, do some nice breakfast, go into the pool, sit down, relax, come back next day. Those are the areas which have never been explored by hospitality earlier. So these are some of the things which have actually mushroomed or grown during the pandemic. Economy-wise, if you look at Indian economy, it's come up. It's actually we're making now news. Obviously, 2.5 million doses a day across, which adds up to a lot of countries put together, more than those. So we have. So even if yes, there has always been a trigger. What will happen if the third wave comes? I think we're pretty much ring-fenced ourselves around that particular third wave when it comes to both vaccination as well as proactive readiness of infrastructure. I think last time we were not so much ready on the infrastructure side, vaccination side, that we have covered as a country, and we are set to roar. As you say, the flight is already was there on the runway. It's already taken off. So now you will see it's just from 10,000 to 30,000 feet, nothing else.
We'll talk about being outside of India and having an outsider's perspective on how the Indian economy has been doing in the last few months. The last quarter, when it came to exports, when it came to real estate, has been marginally better than the first few quarters. What has been your assessment of what's going on with the Indian economy?
I think Indian economy has been the star of the globe. If you look at over the past 6 months, over the past 9 months during the pandemic, I think India is the country which has received the maximum inflows from an investment perspective. That's why the markets have grown, FDIs have gone up, production exports have moved up. I think India has actually gained as a supply chain destination, as an investment destination, as an intelligent, mature destination from a regulator perspective, and from a control and governance. I think these put together has helped India where it is today, including the Make in India initiative, which was launched a few years back, on the vaccination and others. Across the globe, there are only 4 or 5 countries who've produced their own vaccines.
Correct.
And India is number 1. So that is where India is today. From an investment economy perspective, everybody is now saying, can I invest in India? People have, which is retail, as well as obviously the institutional investors have already invested in. So Indian economy is there, is going to stay. The investments are going to stay. People will make money. Consumer demand will go up. The Atmanirbhar, the Make in India, initiatives will boom because the demand is there. You'll see the retail industry moving up dramatically because over the COVID, what has happened is the retail industry, which was the unorganized retail I'm talking about, that was hit. So now you'll see a lot of retail moving up. You'll see a lot of education and health, which will move up. I think these are the places where India will see more future development. And obviously the life sciences and in the intelligent stuff, I'm not too into the defense and the intelligent stuff over there. But yes, those are the areas which the Indian economist are looking at, and they're also attracting investments hugely. So India is set to grow as an economy. Investments are supposed to happen; they will happen, and India will shine better.
Right. Now, moving on from professional, we'll also talk about some of your personal ambitions. You travel a lot. You're very fond of traveling. You also put up a lot of pictures of your exploits, if we can call it, on Instagram under the hashtag Baldy's Tales. Tell us about that, and where does that? How does that help you? Basically, does that help you focus professionally as well, getting away?
Yeah, I think I've been asked many times this particular question. Why Baldy's Tales? Baldy's because of obviously you can't do much about the Baldy. So let's shine. Let's take it to the next level. Let's leverage that particular added value which I have, which others don't have. So that's where the Baldy's Tales came in. And yes, I've been passionate about traveling, hiking, those outdoor events. Both personally, it helps me obviously meet with different people, understand different cultures, understand where the humanity comes from, what is happening in different parts of the world, at a personal level, at a human being level, connect with others. It also helps me professionally with all this what is happening around. I think a break of a 2-week, 10-day break, going in for a hike. You sweat it out, listen to yourself, what's happening, listen to your mind, recoup, come back refreshed. I think that's what helps me these breaks, and it's been helping, and that's why I think I've been able to travel to more than 40 plus countries and cities. Number of cities have been some 110, 115. I'm counting those, but yes, these are some of the tales which I've captured in my Insta and my Facebook page. The blog is still there, but I still need to write more. I've not been able to find time to write more, which I will which I'll write. That's my goal. So it helps me both personally as well as professionally.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.